The Education Network presents Grand Battle of the Books.
Hi everyone, I'm Rick Blackwell for the 2018 Grand Battle of the Books, the middle school division. Thanks so much for watching us right here on the Education Network. I am excited to get this started. We have two great teams. This is actually a repeat of last year's final. So let's get started, and we're going to do that by first saying hello to our two teams, Bach Middle School of the Arts from West Palm Beach and Omni Middle School from Boca Raton. It's great to see you both, and we'll introduce you guys in just a little bit, but let's first talk about the rules for this. We want to welcome you guys. The Grand Battle of the Books competition is sponsored by Library Media Services with the support of the Educational Technology, Informational Technology IT, and the Education Network. Let's meet the competitors. First of all, let's meet the team from over at Omni Middle School, and you guys are called Team Zealous? Abby, explain that for me.
Well, zealous is like a longer term for zeal or zeal, which means to be very passionate about something, and we are all very passionate about reading.
That's wonderful. Okay, let's go from you all the way down and introduce yourself and tell everybody in the audience what your name is and maybe a little bit about your team.
My name's Abby, and I've been competing in Battle of the Books since 3rd grade. I'm in 6th grade now, and I'm really excited to be here.
Great. Go ahead.
I'm Leona, and I've also been competing from 3rd grade, and I'm pretty nervous to be here.
Well, you've been at it for a couple of years, so it's no big deal, right? I'm sure those
Yeah.
nerves will calm down eventually once we get started. Go ahead. What's your name?
My name is Zachary, and this is my first time being on the Battle of the Books, and I hope I do good.
Great to have you, Zachary. And what's your name?
Hi, I'm Melissa, and
What's your favorite book?
I've been doing Battle of the Books since 4th grade.
Well, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it, you guys. And I wish you guys all the best of luck. That's from Omni Middle School. All right, now from Bach Middle School of the Arts, it's Team M and M and M. So, Maya, tell us a little bit about what is Team M and M all about?
Well, it's actually based off the names of our team members. We have me, Maya, and then Morgan and Mackenzie. So we kind of decided to do a triple M, just like our names are.
That's fantastic. So tell us a little bit about you. What do you like to read, and just and how excited are you to be here?
I'm really happy. I've been doing this for a long time, so now
Great.
it's my first time.
Let's hear from some of the teammates too. What do you think about being here?
I'm really excited about being here.
Good. and finally, what is your favorite book to read, and just what did you do to prepare?
Well, to prepare, we practiced on Cranium Core that our sponsor, she made questions for us to use, and I'm very excited to be here.
All right, we're excited to have you guys. This is going to be fantastic. You guys obviously beat out a lot of their teams in the online competition to be here, so we welcome you, and let's have a lot of fun in this competition, all right? Let's get started. We're going to get started with Omni Middle School. You guys are going to receive the first question, and we are ready to go. Here we go, Omni Middle. In which book does a character remark, quote, "I felt like my head was being crammed full of crumpled bits of paper, and I was trying to unfold them all to read the answers. But the printing was too small and the paper too torn."
The Girl in the Well is Me by Karen Rivers.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Bach Middle. In which book does a character walk through the grocery store, quote, "like a defensive ninja, constantly ready for a sneak attack in the frozen food section"?
The Nerdy Dozen by Jeff Miller.
That is correct. Omni Middle. In which book did a character quote Taylor Swift to answer a history question?
Courage for Beginners by Karen Harrington.
Correct answer. Bach Middle. In which book is the main character's favorite food pizza and egg rolls?
Framed by James Ponti.
That is correct. Omni Middle. In which book did the author refer to the vacuum whoosh of text as the music of humiliation?
The Girl in the Well is Me by Karen Rivers.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Bach Middle. In which book did a boy misunderstand the term piece of cake?
How to Almost Ruin Your Summer by Terrence Souders.
That is correct. Omni-middle. In which book were the animals described as an, quote, eerie isle of prisoners?
The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Bach middle. In which book is the statement, quote, there was kindness in his eyes and kindness in his spirit. His heart carried love inside it. His hand carried a knife.
The Nest by Kenneth Opel.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Omni-middle. In which book does a character receive the book, The Wind in the Willows, as a birthday present?
The War That Saved My Life by Kimberly Baker Bradley.
Correct. Bach middle. In which book does a character find a book with a picture of a girl, a dog, a scarecrow, a lion, quote, a man who looked like he was made entirely out of metal on the cover?
The War That Saved My Life by Kimberly Baker Bradley.
That is incorrect. Omni-middle. In which book did a character carry around bacon in a plastic bag?
Shadows of Sherwood by Kikla Magoon.
Correct answer. Bach middle. In which book was a character instructed to, quote, open the box when you can no longer see?
Moving Target by Christina Diaz-Gonzalez.
Correct answer. Omni-middle. In which book did the dad say that, quote, dogs and cats in America are luckier than most people in the world?
Waffle Falafel by Feruzi Dumas.
Correct answer. Bach middle. In which book is the quote, sometimes it's easier for people to stick with the problems they know than try to imagine a new way of life?
Randoms by David Liss.
Incorrect. Omni-middle. In which book is the quote, the rest of my body is all stuffed down below my shoulders like a sausage in a skin?
The Girl in the Well Is Me by Karen Rivers.
Correct answer. Bach middle. In which book does a character have a soot mark that moves around on their face?
The Mark of the Dragonfly by Jolly Johnson.
Correct answer. Omni-middle. In which book do characters have the same idea to hide open ketchup packets in their sleeves to freak out the school nurse?
The Nerdy Dozen by Jeff Miller.
Correct answer. Bach middle. In which book does a character remark that, quote, names are just names. They don't really mean anything in the end?
It Ain't So Awful Falafel by Feruzi Dumas.
Incorrect answer. Omni-middle. In which book did the mother threaten to post a picture of the main character as a baby dancing in a diaper online?
The Nerdy Dozen by Jeff Miller.
Incorrect answer. Bach middle. In which book is the main character haunted by the words, quote, choices determine destiny?
Moving Target by Christina Diaz-Gonzalez.
Correct answer. Omni-middle. In which book did a guest room feel like a cross between, quote, a wedding suite and a mountain man hideout?
Moving Target by Christina Diaz-Gonzalez.
Incorrect answer. Bach middle. In which book does an adult tell a character, quote, you're perfectly capable of learning. You mustn't listen to people who don't know you. Listen to what you know yourself?
The War That Saved My Life by Kimberly Baker Bradley.
Correct answer. Omni-middle. In which book did the author use the phrase, quittin' ain't in my blood and it ain't in yours, to define the relationship between father and son?
Terror at Bottle Creek by Waukee.
Correct answer. Bach middle. In which book does a character describe her grandmother as the matriarch of the lying family of liars?
The Girl in the Well Is Me by Karen Rivers.
Correct answer. Omni-middle. In which book does the main character put dog food in someone's lunch?
Courage for Beginners by Karen Harrington.
Correct answer. Bach Middle. In which book did a character lay, quote, a wreath of flowers behind the house and pretended it was a grave?
The Girl in the Well is Me by Karen Rivers.
Incorrect answer. Omni Middle. In which book does a boy wonder if he was having a smellucination? A smell-lucin... Okay, let me do that right correct. Instead of a hallucination, it's a smellucination.
The Nerdy Dozen by Jeff Miller.
Incorrect answer. Bach Middle. In which book does a mom say, quote, people who hate just happen to be the loudest?
The Girl in the Well is Me by Karen Rivers.
Incorrect answer. Omni Middle. In which book is the quote, some secrets are small, the size of a battery or a button or a scrap of paper?
Omega City by Diana Peter Frond.
Correct answer. Bach Middle. In which book is the main character instructed to, quote, follow your head, follow your heart, follow the moon?
Shadows of Sherwood by Kekla Magoon.
Correct answer. Omni Middle. In which book do flowers glow brighter than lanterns in only one city?
The Mark of the Dragonfly by Jaleh Johnson.
Correct answer. Bach Middle. In which book did a character recall the names of landmarks so they would not have a bad day?
It Ain't So Awful Falafel by Firuza Dumas.
Incorrect answer. Omni Middle. In which book states, quote, the only true safe passage across the forest for an ordinary person was the road, which was situated on a naturally raised seam of rock that had smoothness over time?
The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill.
Correct answer. Bach Middle. In which book did a character request his school absence be written on White House stationery?
Randos by David Liss.
Correct answer. Omni Middle. In which book did the author use the phrase, quote, giving a Mountain Dew to a squirrel as a bad idea?
How to Almost Ruin Your Summer by T.E.N. Saunders.
Correct answer. Bach Middle. In which book is the quote, X marks the spot has been done. I prefer IX?
Framed by James Ponti.
Incorrect answer. Omni Middle. In which book does the main character say, quote, sometimes in life you follow instructions, but you still don't get what you want?
How to Almost Ruin Your Summer by T.E.N. Saunders.
Incorrect answer. Bach Middle. In which book does it state, quote, the way the universe is infinite, it is light and dark and endless motion?
The Girl in the Well is Me by Karen Rivers.
Incorrect answer. Omni Middle. In which book does the teacher think being left-handed is the mark of the devil?
The War That Saved My Life by Kimberly Brew Baker Bradley.
Correct answer. Bach Middle. In which book does a character decorate the mantle with a Golden Floss Award from the dentist?
The Nerdy Dozen by Jeff Miller.
Correct answer. Omni Middle. In which book is the phrase, let your freak flag fly, heard often?
The Nerdy Dozen by Jeff Miller.
Incorrect answer. Bach Middle. In which book is there a character who carries an Elmo doll everywhere?
Terror at Bottle Creek by Watkey.
Correct answer. Omni Middle. In which book does a character have a backpack that contains several items, including croissants and a switchblade?
Moving Target by Christina Diaz-Gonzalez.
Correct answer. Bach Middle. In which book did a character drown her sorrows with an extra helping of banana pudding?
How to Almost Ruin Your Summer by T.E.N.
Correct answer. Omni Middle. In which book was a poster that read, quote, I am in charge of how I feel, and today I choose happiness?
It Ain't So Awful Falafel by Fairuzi Dumas.
Incorrect answer. Bach Middle. In which book did the main character create the Death Star out of Legos?
Framed by James Ponti.
Correct answer. Omni Middle. In which book does a character rearrange the library into towers of books?
The Mark of the... No. Oh, yeah, sorry. The Mark of the Dragonfly by Dahlia Johnson.
Correct answer. Bach Middle. In which book is the town's motto, quote, where history meets tomorrow, engraved on the plaque of a granite stone?
It Ain't So Awful Falafel by Fairuzi Dumas.
Incorrect answer. Omni Middle. In which book did the words veggie pizza seal the deal?
The Nerdy Dozen by David Liss. Oh, no, sorry. By Jeff Miller. The Nerdy Dozen by Jeff Miller.
Both points? Okay. Correct answer on both. Bach Middle. In which book does a character say, quote, a girl without an education has no power. She is always at the mercy of others?
It Ain't So Awful Falafel by Fairuzi Dumas.
Correct answer. Omni Middle. In which book does a character say, quote, there's things worse than bombs?
The War That Saved My Life by Kimberly Brubaker Bradley.
Correct answer. Bach Middle. In which book does a character like ketchup with carrot sticks?
Courage for Beginners by Karen Harrington.
Incorrect answer. Omni Middle. In which book describes while shopping at the ShopRite, Mom is confronted by an older lady who is angry because her granddaughter was unable to go to Disney?
The Girl in the Well Is Me by Karen Rivers.
Correct answer. Bach Middle. In which book did a character describe his fear moving through the water like, quote, running through syrup?
Terror at Bottle Creek by Watke.
Correct answer. Omni Middle. In which book does one character lament, one little girl, one little white lie would never be her downfall?
The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill.
Incorrect answer. Bach Middle. In which book is a character described as, quote, fierce like a mother goshawk?
The Mark of the Dragonfly by Dahlia Johnson.
Correct answer. Omni Middle. In which book does a character get a piggyback ride to the train station?
The War That Saved My Life by Kimberly Brubaker Bradley.
Correct answer. Bach Middle. In which book are characters' arms covered with hemp bracelets and what look like scratches from cats?
It Ain't So Awful Falafel by Fairuzi Dumas.
Incorrect answer. Omni Middle. In which book is there, quote, a strange stubby van without doors and faded pictures on the sides?
Framed by James Ponti.
Incorrect answer. Bach Middle. In which book were oversized blanket pillow combinations that look like animals all the rage?
How to Almost Ruin Your Summer by T.E.N.
Correct answer. Omni Middle. In which book was the quote, we had no plan, we had no escape, and we were wearing shiny silver suits?
Omega City by Diana Peterfront.
Correct answer. Bach Middle. In which book did feral pigs leave sticky saliva on things?
How to Almost Ruin Your Summer by T.E.N.
Incorrect answer. Omni Middle. In which book does a character dream of dead and decaying bodies littering the sidewalks in camouflage military trucks patrolling the streets?
The War That Saved My Life by Kimberly Brubaker Bradley.
Incorrect answer. Bach Middle. In which book is the only pair of underwear a boy can find an old pair of too small tighty whities?
Framed by James Ponty.
Correct answer. Omni Middle. In which book was there a reference made to the book The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Randoms by David Liss.
Correct answer. Bach Middle. In which book did the author describe wind gusts across a flat, muddy surface, quote, like sweeps from a giant broom?
Terror at Bottle Creek by Watke.
Correct answer. Omni Middle. In which book is the quote, there was a life she used to know, there was worlds she used to live in, but she could hardly remember it?
Okay. The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill.
Correct answer. Bach Middle. In which book did... Can you guys help me out with that one? T.E.N, is that like a... Okay, thank you. Sorry, let me start again. Which team is this going to? Bach. All right, Bach, here we go. In which book did a character have dreams of becoming an ice skater and competing in the Olympics?
The Girl in the Well Is Me by Karen Rivers.
Correct answer. Omni Middle. In which book was a character never without a mint and a word of encouragement because fresh breath and support are good qualities in a friend?
Courage for Beginners by Karen Harrington.
Correct answer. Bach Middle. In which book does a character's middle name Starlight?
The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill.
Incorrect answer. Omni Middle. In which book does a character feel jumpy, threatened, and scared by Christmas?
The War That Saved My Life by Kimberly Brubaker Bradley.
That was correct answer. Okay. Correct. Thank you. Bach Middle. In which book do the characters play a game called, quote, tacos and burritos?
How to Almost Ruin Your Summer by Terrence Souders.
Correct answer. Omni Middle. In which book is the quote, each mortal beast must find its ground, be it forest or fen or fire or field or fire?
Shadows of Sherwood by Kikla Magoon.
Incorrect answer. Bach Middle. In which book is a character the one, and according to moon lore, considered the leader of the people?
Shadows of Sherwood by Kikla Magoon.
Correct answer. Omni Middle. In which book did a waiter look like a bush?
Randoms by David Liss.
Correct answer. Bach Middle. In which book are there unbreakable water balloons at a pool party?
It Ain't So Awful Full Off by Firuza Dumas.
Correct answer.
Rick, we have a winner.
Thank you to both teams, Bach Middle School of the Arts and Omni Middle School. We're going to be right back with the results from this exciting middle school division action right after this. Welcome back to the 2018 Grand Battle of the Books. It's the middle school division. We just had a wonderful competition between two fantastic schools, Omni Middle School and also Bach Middle School of the Arts. And I'm right now joined by Nolan Rowell from the Library Media Services. And first of all, boy, they were going back and forth answering all these questions. They had a wonderful high percentage of correct answers.
They really did. There was hardly any questions missed. So it was very impressive.
Tell me a little bit about how students prepare for the Battle of the Books.
So there are 15 books. They have to, as a team, they have to read all 15 books. I actually would like to ask and see how many people read all 15 books.
Guys, what do you think? Maya read all 15, you read all 15? How about over at Omni and Abby and three of your teammates read all 15, so that's wonderful, wow.
So if they read all 15 books, that's over 4,000 pages of reading, so that's amazing. And then a lot of times the sponsor will wind up having meetings and they do questions and practice and everything else. So.
Yeah, the sponsors do an incredible job at their individual schools. We now want to tell you the second place team, so Nolan, go ahead and hand out the medals to the second place team.
All right, the second place team this year was Bach Middle School of the Arts.
Congratulations to Bach Middle School of the Arts for coming in second place. Great work, you guys. All right, so Nolan, go ahead and tell us our top team today.
So our top team today is Omni Middle.
All right, Omni Middle School, congratulations. Maya, first I want to ask you, coming in second place, I know it was exciting and it was so close. Just tell me about competing in this event.
It was awesome. Next year, I have hope.
All right, and I wanted to ask you, Abby, tell me a little bit about, you were here last year, how did your team prepare for it, and what exactly did you guys trying to do to really know all these books this year?
Well, this year we used battlequestions.com for all of our questions, and we practiced more with questions that related to the books and were inside, like quotes inside of the books, and it had a lot of specific details, so I think that was a major difference than we had last year.
What is it about reading that you love so much that you just really always are reading a good book?
What I love most about reading is that it just like takes you places. Like you don't have to like pay to go to like a different state or a different country. You're just like in your home, you're like in the safety of your house, and you're just reading about other people and their adventures in the world.
All right, well, Nolan's going to present you guys with your first place trophy from Omni Middle School. It's going to be sitting right there at their school showcase, and congratulations to our winners over at Omni Middle. Great job, guys. Congratulations. Well done. All right, what a wonderful competition it's been over here at the Education Network. Omni Middle winning in the middle school division, Bach Middle School of the Arts coming in second place. But again, congratulations to all the students and all the teachers out there who really make reading, put such an emphasis on reading, and we're just so appreciative of their work inside our classrooms. From everybody over here at the Education Network, thanks so much for watching us right here for the Battle of the Books.